Hello everyone, it is Doom here, once again, playing The Deed. Now I just want to say that I'm probably going to actually read via text. I know, because when I stopped doing it after the first part, I kind of realized that it'd be really hard to see what I had and had not done over the parts, and that, not everyone's just going to watch just the first part, so it may be a little tedious, but I'm going to continue to read all the dialogue. Yeah, did I accidentally... No, I didn't. Just starting. Skip intro. Good evening, Mr. N. May I take your coat? No, I think I will keep my coat. Are you sure, Mr. N? It looks soaked, though. Quite sure. You're new, aren't you? Sophia's my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. N. I'm not new exactly. I've been employed to your family for almost a year, just that you have never visited before. My work keeps me very busy, unfortunately. I understand. I've been away from my family a lot since I started this job. You're here now, and I'm sure you're eager to meet the others. Your father's in the library on your left, and your mother's in the parlor, which is on your right. Upstairs in your room, I think. Thank you for your help, Sophia. You're very welcome, Mr. N. I will be in the kitchen. Hang in. I'll sound the bell and dinner is served. Another. I think I figured out how to kill the dad. It took me a few tries, but I think I figured it out. Of course, since I don't want parts of just me failing, since we kind of did that in the very first part. Hello, Father. Father remained silent for blah. You told me you never enter this house again, boy. Why are you here? It's obvious why I am here. I want to put all that unpleasantness behind us and wish you a happy 50th birthday. Happy? You honestly think this is a happy day for me? Another day which I can watch my life's work crumble into nothing? Another day to see our bloodline slit its own throat? You know how to make me happy. Move back to Dunshield, take your proper place, and do your damn duty. I moved back to Dunshield so you can insult and torment at your whim, as you always have done. Not likely, Father. Not in 100 years. You still haven't learned to watch your mouth, have you? You're in the same snot-nosed brat you always were. Obviously, I didn't give you enough discipline as a child. You gave me dozens of beatings, Father. I remember every single one of them. Did you ever consider trying another method, perhaps? Not for a moment. You're always a snide little weasel. The best I could do was beat some of it out of you. You should be thanking me for it, not trying to condemn me. I think I've had enough from you. Get out of here. Did we take it? Okay, we did. Let's talk to our mom. So, Anne, you found managed to make it here for a visit. Please tell me you aren't here to cause trouble. I have no idea what you mean, Mother. I'm here to celebrate Father's birthday, is all. I certainly hope that is the case. This family has been through enough. You haven't up to your sister yet. She has been going through an unusually difficult time recently. Therefore, I still have nothing to say about one another. You really do need to grow up in silly feuds, both of you. This has been going on since you were children. You beat each other's throats all the time back then, as I recall. I used to realize that she is your only sibling. There are few things more important than family. You should go talk to your father another. Wish him a happy birthday. Or at least try to sound like you mean it. Okay, now we go get the queue. Over here. Take the queue. Gonna Bell invites me this time to dinner, it seems. Dinner is served. Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am. Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But, madame. Oh, what is it, George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, I didn't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. Why doesn't matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. But I... Are you going to let George get away with his disobedience, Mother? Of course not. You and I will have words after dinner, George. Yes, madame. Let your mother deal with it, would you? We don't need your interference. An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Careful, Father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here. Malcolm, please, let's not permit his behavior to ruin dinner. Yeah, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all my fingers and feet are still here. My fingers and toes are still here. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just want to say that's the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course, I left tea and cakes for you in the drawing room, as usual. Well, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very good to me. I won't have any, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite. But you weren't offered any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try and be civil. Now let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday. Such a very important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy. Indeed, happy birthday, Father. Let us hope it'll be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now it is time to clean the banana. You have to do some and select the enemy near your door. If you're already into the journey, do the deed. The deed! The deed! Let's see. Items. Yeah, that bastard. That's what he doesn't. If you don't repeat the old cliche, this is gonna hurt you a lot more than this is gonna hurt me. Oh, you deserve to go to jail. You always need to repeat the cliches if you know them. In my excuse, I don't know any of them. Choose the lid. Okay. First thing, bring the heavy end of the pool again. Perhaps we shouldn't have chosen the cue, but whatever. Run, 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 run. Alright, we're in the puddle. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis, and no, I am not a gorilla in secret. I understand this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is! I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here when my daughter's killer is still out there! Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It seems entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room. What? No. That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. I have an order to follow protocol and have to interview each of you in turn. Miss Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. The intern. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I'll need to search your person, best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the intern. As you know, I've already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now conducted a search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we'll run through all your activities since your arrival. It says that you and your butler have showed her to send a clock, and she greeted you at the door. She told me that you refused to give her your coat. She found that quite peculiar. I thought I might have to leave soon. This weather, Mr. Roos, that seems quite unlikely. Later on, you had a confusion with your mother, Gloria. Well, I know it's supposed to be heavy raining, but it's just rain. It's not like there's a monsoon out there or something. Whatever. Your mother says she turned me a tummy. What do I talk about here? I intend to observe my sister's condition for myself. I didn't trust my mother would tell me the whole story. I suppose that is understandable. But you see your father and I, so you're becoming quite heated. My father had always a very short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. Would you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see, that's good to know. Since the positive you moving back to Dunshire, if it's dishonored, I understand. My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life. I can't just move back here. Of course not, that's completely understandable. Did you speak to your sister before? I didn't want to lie. Yes, I went to her room to see her. See, what did you discuss with her? Nothing of consequence. We spoke about the terrible weather and how long it had been since we last saw one another. Okay, then. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. There was some trouble involving the butler, I gather. Apparently you were offended by his behavior. I wish I hadn't said anything, actually. I'd just have been enjoying the wine a bit too much, perhaps. I see, that is understandable. I gather your father rather lost his temper at one point. There was nothing out of the ordinary. Father often loses temper at dinner? My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Ground floor. Parlor. I was in the parlor. Ah, yes, your mother mentioned you were in there with her. She said that we have completed an initial search of the property. Found this leather tassels. Do you know who it belongs to? Yes, it belonged to my father. Interesting. That it should be kept in your sister's room. Was your father ever violent towards your sister? Let's just say he was never one to spare the strap. I see. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Sister was beaten to death with a billiard cue which belonged to your father. It's all very interesting. I'll be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior at the scene has been clear, I can find no cause for any significant suspicion. Then against your father seems very compelling indeed. Given the weapon that was used, obviously, suicide is not a realistic possibility. It can't be that hard to bonk yourself on the head with a billiard cue hard enough to kill yourself. Now, as for what happens next, you can go for now, but I would appreciate if you do not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. I will be arresting your father shortly. I think we did it then. Let's wait, though. Although the inspector harbored his own suspicions about you, your father was treated as the prime suspect in the case. Thence you had planned against him led to a trial and a swift conviction. Prison, your early father's health deteriorated quickly, and he died within a year. Your grief-stricken mother died soon after. Dunshill House was yours, along with the fortune came with it. However, George and Sophia found themselves unable to continue serving in the place after what had happened. You spent many long, sleepless nights wandering through the rooms of the house. You found that its emptiness was reflected within yourself. You had become hollow inside, free of everything but the nightmares that continued to haunt you. We did it, guys! We successfully committed murder. It wasn't an unsolved case. It wasn't us failing miserably. We did it! Now let's see if we can get the others.